Good afternoon on what is a cool, bright and sunny day. It is Tuesday the 19th of December and I've got another nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. What I am going to pull over here is something I've actually really been looking forward to looking at is Kyodainya, Kyodainya, which is a supplement for Colostle. Now, Colostle was one of my favourite discoveries of the last year or so. It's a journaling game that is marked by its particular artwork and its sense of space and the world. The artwork is glorious. The world it invokes is fantastic. Colostle takes place in a world that is a gigantic castle. But on a scale where the inhabitants are wandering around from room to room, up staircases, and they have whole environments within those rooms. So you might have a forest up a stairs, or discover a desert in one room, and you can climb up to the rafters for where the sky and the mountains are, and so on. And it's fantastic. So new lands far to the east, the Empire of Kyodainya. The infinite colossal rooms in every direction, but travel far enough, and the lands start to change. The people and the culture too, and perhaps most pertinently, the rooks. These are the lands of the Empire of Kyodainya, the first major expansion for the solo RPG Colostle that takes players to a whole new land. Continue your character's adventure into the lands of Kyodainya with this book, which includes brand new exploration tables split into 4 distinct zones, new combat rules to deal with the Imperial soldiers and the more agile rooks, and an engaging story that arcs over the top of all the content for your character to engage with and become part of the legends of this war-torn land. Kyodainya is the 3rd book in the Colostle series and is an expansion for the base game. It does require the core solo rules. So, great cover. I'm just going to, I could just flip through this and just show you the artwork, and you'll be utterly amazed. It's terrific. It's all black. Mostly it's black and white, but it's still great. It echoes that of Miyazaki and that style of Japanese film. So, for example, that. And you see the full cover, front cover in its glory without the artwork. But you can see there are the more agile rooks. Now, the rooks are essentially mobile mini towers, parts of the colossal castle itself that defend the castle, but can be fought, defeated, explored, and scavenged in themselves. So now this is, of course, drawing upon sort of like East Asian, particularly Japanese culture. Here we have a discussion of the importance of gates, a fantastic illustration of such a gate. And here, essentially, we have a colossal. So basically, a rook that's been captured and actually placed atop a stone rise. That's the Temple of the Stone Fist, and that's just fantastic artwork. You wonder, how did it get there? You can see how it grips to the stone rise itself just to stay in place. Now we've got notes on how to explore the lands of Kyodainya. Essentially, here you have essentially the core mechanics of you drawing cards from a standard deck of playing cards to get prompts from which the player will develop the story, how he and his character reacts, and perhaps gets into combat, so on. And every character has a calling, and here's how they connect to in Kyodainya as opposed to those in the original lands of Colostle. Explanation of how combat works in Kyodainya, and there you can see couple of sort of like characters there fighting a rook. And we've got new character classes, so we have the Spirited, and just the one, yeah, looks like it. And then we have section on the zones of exploration. And we open up with another superb piece of artwork for preceding the description of the Spirit Forest. And so we've got, you know, key locations at the Village of Ada encounter tables, events tables. So we've got a description and then events and encounters, again based upon the drawing of cards. And then we have the Village of Ada aftermath, essentially what happens after the players are visited, what happens, you know, with the events play out. We have the Temple of the Stone Face. And then it's going to be followed by more artwork. Look at a peek at over the page. Now I have spoken to the author, Nich Angell, the author and artist, and I've said this begs to be a setting that you can explore with your fellow players. You know, not just have a solo experience. And I know he said he's working on that. We've got the Temple of the Stone Acolyte and the Magma Stone there, looking very much like the original Diana Jones award, I should say. And then through the gate inside the rook, and that does not look good. I ain't going to think about pushing your way through that mess of worms and flesh. And then we go out into the Hori archipelago, where you can see this fallen sword on the land. Key location is Kyodainya, and again it's got its own encounter and events table. And where there you'll find the Temple of Stone Dial and your secret. And you've got story developments there. And then we go up into the Skylands, you know, up, essentially floating, sort of like attached to pillars or supports underneath the rafters there. There's not even this is the sky, that's the rafters of the roof of the Colossal Castle. Key locations in Skylands. Temple of the Gargoyle. And as part of the story, essentially you have a section on the Resistance and the Imperial City of Shiro and the plans of the Resistance there. You've got a city, so it's not all going out into the wilderness and exploring and facing rooks and the like. Got rules here for infiltrating the city, the Imperial City of Shiro, and a map. And then you've got moments described there, things that might happen, story beats. And then the inner fortress will get up and fight. Facing Shiro standing and getting to the throne room, and there you've got another encounter with a bastion. That's a type of rook. One of the dangers there, the red rampart, another enemy. Combat rules for facing the red rampart. So really what you've got in this is, it's not so much open-ended as such. There is a storyline to it. What happens if you survive 2 rounds against the red rampart? And then the end of the battle, and what happens with Princess Anya becomes Empress Anya, continuing play in Kyodainya after the Battle of Shiro, and there you can see Anya on her throne. I've got a list of all the patrons, and that's it. That is Colossal of Kyodainya. Expansion, basically in terms of setting and story. Really looking forward to getting into that. I love the artwork. I'm really looking forward to this being a multiplayer game, as much as I like the solo play, but the artwork is superb. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be led to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box, hold of it, there we go, containing a book or game, or in this case, an expansion to an existing journaling game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again tomorrow with another one. Bye for now.